Hello friends, this video on system of particles and rotational motion part 15 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So let us now talk about the equilibrium of a rigid body. So far we talked about a system of particles, center of mass of rigid body. We also talked about the motion of the rigid body, wherein we talked about angular velocity, angular acceleration, torque and angular momentum. So let us now talk about equilibrium of a rigid body. So when do you think we say that a rigid body is in equilibrium? A rigid body is said to be in mechanical equilibrium when the total force on the body is zero and the total torque on the body is zero. Now what happens due to force? Force causes translational motion. And what happens due to torque? Torque causes rotational motion. So when both the causes of the motion are zero, that means the object will be at equilibrium. Let us take the example in this way. Have you all seen the flying disc which we often play with? Now if you held that flying disc, if you try to balance it with your finger, what happens? You see that sometimes it topples down on some end, sometimes it topples down on the other end, sometimes it falls down. So things like that keep happening. But if you balance it correctly at the exact point, then it gets balanced and it doesn't move at all. So at that point of time, we see that the flying disc is in equilibrium. That means the total force is also zero, because of which there is no linear motion. The total torque is also zero, because of which there is no angular motion or no rotational motion. Right? So in case of rigid body also, we say that it is in mechanical equilibrium when total force as well as total torque both are zero. This we can put it mathematically. So when I say that the total force on the body is zero, I mean summation of Fi is equal to zero. This implies that summation of Fix is equal to zero, summation of Fiy is equal to zero, and summation of Fiz is equal to zero. That means the force, the components of force along x, y and z direction, each of them is zero. Again, when I say that the total torque is zero, I mean that summation of torque I is equal to zero, which again implies that summation of torque along x-axis is zero, summation of torque along y-axis is also zero, and summation of torque along z-axis is also zero. So that means for a rigid body to be in equilibrium, these 6 mathematical equations should be satisfied. Now, if these 6 equations are satisfied, only then we say that a rigid body is in mechanical equilibrium. Let us now talk about something called partial equilibrium of a rigid body. So, what do I mean by partial equilibrium? Well, when the term partial itself defines it. Partial means something which is not completely. That means the rigid body is not completely in equilibrium, but it is partially in equilibrium. That means a body is said to be in partial equilibrium if it is in translational equilibrium and not in rotational equilibrium. What does that mean? Translational equilibrium means the net force is zero. Net force is zero, but it is not in rotational equilibrium. That means net torque is not equal to zero. Right? So if the total force is zero, but the total torque is not zero. Or if it is in rotational equilibrium, that means the net torque is zero, but not in translational equilibrium. That means the net force is not zero. That means when in the previous slide I mentioned 2 conditions, right, for equilibrium. So if any one of these conditions is true and one is false, then we say that the body is in partial equilibrium. So now let us take the examples of both the cases, like a scenario where the body is in translational equilibrium but not in rotational equilibrium, and again another scenario where the body is in rotational equilibrium but not in translational equilibrium. So let us look at this example. So let us look at an example of the first scenario where we see that the body is in translational equilibrium. That means the total force is zero. So summation of Fi is equal to zero, but summation of tau I is not equal to zero. Let us suppose we have this rod. So we apply a force F1 in this direction and we apply an equal and opposite force F1 in this direction. Right? So here if we say that F1 is equal and opposite to F2, that means they are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Therefore, the net force is equal to 0. But since these two forces are acting along different lines, so this causes rotation of this object. Therefore, the net torque is not equal to 0 and this causes rotation and therefore the object is not in equilibrium. Right? Now similarly, let us take an example which is other way around. That is, let us suppose that the body is in rotational equilibrium. That means summation of tau I is equal to 0, but summation of Fi is not equal to 0. Let us take the example of the same rod. Okay, so in this case, let us suppose if I apply a force F1 here and if we apply another force F2, maybe both are of same magnitude, but they are both along the same direction. So in this case, what happens? Net force is not equal to 0. Now since you are applying force from both the ends, as a result what happens? The rod will start coming down. So as a result, translation motion will take place. However, there will be no rotation involved. So the net torque in this case is 0, but the net force is not equal to 0 and as a result the rod keeps moving down. So therefore here also the rod is not in equilibrium. So a rigid body is in complete equilibrium only when the total force is also 0 and the total torque is also 0.
Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.